his subjects will remember him fondly. Remember all those adventures we had together, all those places we've been. That was 10% of the map. I'll probably finish these videos in a nursing home. This is the rest of the game, and wow. I better call Gandalf for that shit because we've got a ways to walk. Welcome everyone to Ligma of the Lakes, the largest swamp that Miyazaki was allowed to build. 30,000 men have already died, and on today's episode, we will be heading to the second demigod on my list of political dissidents. Rennala of the Red Lobster, Queen of Caria for at least the next 10 minutes, resides in the magical academy of Malaysia Lucaria. And to get there, we need to head across a biological minefield known informally as the Crustacean Nation. It is here that we face our greatest challenge, the fucking shrimp. I'm starting to think that PETA has a point. So anyways, we head through the gauntlet, past the Octo Sketty, and get completely sidetracked until I end up in fucking Nipton. But we're gonna skip over most of the side content. You could say that we don't have the time to hang out. Just know that you can find this area by Google searching Elden Ring Albania. This one is for all my baby girls. I see your comments, ladies, and they make me smile. I'm lurking and I'm stalking when you least expect. So after heading through the ruins of my marriage and killing the white people, we make it to the Hogwarts, only to find that the way is blocked by a mysterious seal. And next to it lies a map which leads straight to the key. Their security is dog shit. This puzzle should be pretty easy. All we have to do is get past the dragon that's waiting there. This game has a lot of dragons in it, so I'm going to keep a count. Just know that it doesn't get easier. So now that we've broken into magical racism land, it's time to enact our revenge upon Chris Angel Mindfreak in one of the most pretty good-ish dungeons of the game, featuring brand new challenges and enemies such as the Spastic Child, this man 30 times in a row, and a homeless guy who helps me extract the blood from my body. Raging Lucario is a fairly linear dungeon with some rather unusual architecture. Now, I'm no interior designer, but why is the entrance to the school a graveyard? Is this America? Anyways, we drive past Ohio as quickly as possible until we end up near the lecture hall, singular. There is only one in the entire school. I guess they just do it on Zoom. And for today's lecture, what is the dog doing? The answer is stabbing me. This is one hecking speederino doggo who is frankly an insult to every wizard in the school. Their valedictorian eats his own shit. The gimmick for this chonking pupper is that he combines beast-like aggression with powerful magical attacks, but none was so devastating as when he corrupted my drive, which destroyed this video. The last minute of footage was reconstructed from memory, but besides that, his moveset is varied and intense, requiring expert evasion or just a lot of healing. It really is a shame that his health bar is the size of an amoeba. I guess my weapon's just covered in chocolate. Wow, this is just like my favorite show, Family Guy. So before we take the 30-second walk to the next boss, I acquire some fat drip so I may no longer appear fatherless. Now on our search for a classroom that can't be raided, we head up the stairs to experience bowling in VR. And after learning how to phase through oncoming traffic, we become sidetracked again as I am teleported straight to the Turtle Pope, who wants to sell me things. His existence isn't explained, and I don't want it to be. Only horror lurks behind that stare. Let's move on to something less disturbing. I can't believe I went to college without once seeing Ben Shapiro. I said less disturbing.
What is up, guys, and welcome to episode 391 of my Minecraft Let's Play.
This is a preschool, ma'am.
Today we're going to be messaging my underage fans on the internet.
Oh boy. Welcome one and holocaust to Child Slaughterfest 2002-2s. That's right, this is an American school after all. And in this battle, we're going to be teaching these kids the harsh realities of the hood. Now, I know what you're going to say, and hopefully it's not a police report. Max0r, this fight looks kind of easy, like taking candy from a baby if the candy was their still beating heart. This is accurate. In fact, all you have to do is find the correct one to turn inside out, at which point Rennala basically lets you go to town. The reason for this is that we aren't fighting a demigod. This is the demigod's ex-wife, who was dumped after she gave birth to 30 of herself. To some extent I can understand, but goddamn that child support. Kinda feel like I'm doing him a favor.
Good evening, Twitter. This is your boy, Eat That Pussy 445.
What the fuck?
And about like 30 to 45 minutes ago, I beat the fuck out of my dick so goddamn hard that I can't even feel my left leg. My left leg has been totally numb. And my dick has...
I guess there's a phase 2. To the point where it feels fucking weird when I go and take a piss. Welcome to the real fight. It's still easy. 4 Dark Souls, which means the challenge is getting anywhere close to her. This fight is essentially Dark Sus Gwendolyn if he/them were a good boss, using a vast array of magic, other bosses, and the power of Goku to socially distance your skull from your neck. But even still, it's very manageable if you have any semblance of patience. My editing might tell you something about how I did. 70% of this fight is waiting for my turn. It's like I'm trying to stab Julius Caesar.
Make sure you like, comment,
God
and
damn it.
subscribe so we can take this video to the moon.
So after sufficient damage is dealt, we find out that her second phase has a second phase and its other bosses, including, of course, this bastard again and the actual straight-up pack of wolves. Just make sure that you don't die, otherwise it's back to the daycare. Needless to say, this fight is a visual and gameplay feast, and by that I mean it does not end. The divorce may have hit hard, but it is hitting me harder, so let's do to her life what her husband did to the marriage. Oh, there goes the camera. I fucking hate this place. It's making me want to minimize the amount of air I breathe.
Greetings again, Tarnished.
Yeah, okay.
What knowledge do you seek that brings you to my domain?
Okay, so I've been to Red Lobster once already. Where do I go next?
Caelid.
What?
You must continue your adventure in Caelid. Is that a problem?
No, not at all. There's nothing wrong with Caelid. Hey guys, Needs McTherapy here. Today we're gonna be playing in a Tim Burton land. Welcome to Caelid. It's basically made of German bedtime stories. Who can forget such legendary tales as Der Vogel, Der Backpfeifengesicht, and most terrifying of all, Das Kinderschredder. I'm sorry if you speak German, by the way. That's gotta be my least favorite disability. And on today's episode of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, we are invited to a festival and slumber party where the sleep is permanent, all for a chance to face off against the 3rd demigod on my Club Penguin friends list. Star Scourge Radahn, captain of the hospice, resides within the walls of Redmane Castle, where every year he throws a party to see who can keep their limbs the longest. The price of admission is just getting anywhere near him, because sometimes life is just a Bulgarian and you are an unstolen car. So we ride, vaguely and in some direction, encountering many horrifying creatures beyond the reach of God and locking myself in the cum dungeon. The other kids laughed at me, they called me Jizzy Johnson, but now it is I who is laughing at them. Oh cool, it's another dragon, and this one is quite the special encounter because we get to fight him in the volume of an aquarium. He can't really touch anything, otherwise he decouples his existence. Hey, what's up guys, Max0r here, and today we're gonna be gaming on the moon, because that's what this shit feels like. In fact, I heard you like dragons so much that I made an entire part of the map called Dragon Barrow, and I filled it with, you guessed it, an obscene quantity of dragons, because truly we have not fought enough of them. I don't want to be here anymore. Let's put this in the future episode box. So far, we've seen a lot of traumatizing things, enough to give half of all American politicians cardiac arrest, but I've been saving the best for last, and by best, I mean the most evil game design ever conceptualized. The Swamp of Aeonia lies just within the center of Caelid and contains enough AIDS to make Ronald Reagan sweat. This region, and pretty much all of Caelid, but mostly this fucking abomination, is infested with scarlet rot, which is like poison if it was made of radium, and get this, it's spreading. You can't even use a horse to bypass the radiation, because an NPC just invades you. In the middle of the swamp. It's like I can hear the dulcet tones of the game director laughing at me. For your crimes, I am sending you to the moon. This place is filled with all kinds of new and interesting ways to die, and my favorite lies at the center of the swamp, where we can find Commander O'Neill and his Bostonian ketamine mafia. Surprisingly enough, this is the only thing here that can't kill me. His moveset is so simple it's Amish accessible. You could build a barn around him in the time it takes for him to do damage. Maybe this boss would be better with a second phase, one where he whips out his lightning cock and pulverizes me until I'm gravel. But you know, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. Also, he drops his ketamine needle, which I will now put to very good use. You're a horse, right? We're in Redmane Castle now. This entire level can be skipped because I think the devs realized that Caelid is the actual level. Do you even know how many dogs were euthanized on my way here? Don't worry, you aren't actually missing anything unless you're a big fan of cats, such as life on the Serengeti. So welcome to the Festival of Ramadan. There are 2 attendants in total, and one of them is this guy.
Hello again, Tarnished. How was your journey down the well?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just passionate about my cuisine. Speaking of which, did you ever find those children I talked about?
Welcome one and holocaust to Child Slaughterfest 2022. No.
Shame.
You know what? Maybe the jar will be a bit
Mr. called Jar Jar Binks. Mr. your humble servant.
Okay, never mind. So with a stroke of obscene luck, we find a mostly sane person who tells us via YouTube Rewind that Radahn is not here, technically. You see, this castle is his euthanasia clinic, and we are going to pull the plug. I'm sorry, Grandpa, I have to charge my Switch. His consciousness has been gone for several hundred years due to the demigod Liurnia, who is the Blade of Mikola, by the way, but that is a story for later. Essentially, his mind was eaten by the Scarlet Rot, but this man is literally too angry to die, and we are attempt number 500 to kill him. So, I'm liking these odds. I'm just built differently. Very Will Smith-friendly. Let's, go start the mercy killing. And, why is he so far away? Are those summon signs? Welcome everyone to the open world RPG where I roleplay as the victim, and today we're doing one of the best fights in all the video games. Starscourge Radahn is a big, buff, absolute unit of a boss whose only instinct is recycling your flesh back into the ecosystem. But you are not alone in this battle. There is no limit on how many people you can summon, and if they die then you can just do it again. I'm sure they won't mind. I have essentially converted the game into an RTS. Gotta fight raid boss Radahn in World of Employee Harassment. Now you can fight him alone as a real gamer, but why would you? This is a goddamn festival and I will not be having sex by myself. Before you can even reach him, Radahn is sniping your ass with the accuracy of my opinions on the internet and firing a frankly suspicious amount of arrows from God. If you want to exercise the privilege of fighting him, you have to earn it, and that is the easy part. Even with summons, you need to pay full attention to his moveset, as his attacks swing wider than American elections and hit harder than a freight train on a semi. Now you may have already noticed, but that is a comically small horse. It's like I'm looking at Chaquale Onale. This is because, in addition to being built like a steel mill, Radahn has the power to defy gravity, which constantly gets him into fights with solar bodies. This man is skateboarding a horse and holding back the stars while killing everyone he comes into contact with, and he does it from the hospice. Radahn is an absolute god among chads, and this fight's intensity lives up to that and then some. And that is just phase 1. Phase 2 starts when he, jumps into the upper atmosphere. Jesus Christ, he is a thick one. Oh god, I think my Zodiac just killed itself. This is sure to negatively affect the trout population. Won't someone please think about the economy?
Ela chega e desencana com passo bem sou, passo bem sou, passo bem sou, na festa do fim de semana.